If you have ever felt like your standard kit lens just isn't getting you close enough to the action, you have probably stared at this silver telephoto zoom more than once. It is one of those lenses that seems to show up in every starter kit, and for good reason. When you pick it up, the first thing you notice is how surprisingly light it feels. At around 12 ounces, it doesn't turn your compact camera into a heavy brick, which is a massive win if you're out walking around all day. It is slim enough to tuck into a side pocket of a small bag, and that portability is honestly its biggest strength. You are getting a reach that goes from a standard portrait length all the way out to 210 millimeters, which is plenty of room to play with if you are shooting sports, wildlife, or just trying to compress the background in a street scene. Now, here is the reality of the situation. Because it is a variable aperture lens, starting at 4.5 and dropping to 6.3 as you zoom in, it is definitely a daylight performer. You are not going to be shooting in dark concert halls with this thing unless you really crank up your ISO, but in good, natural light, it holds its own. The optical stabilization is a lifesaver here, especially when you are pushed out to that long end. Without it, those tiny shakes would be magnified, but the system does a solid job of keeping things steady enough for a clean shot. The build quality is decent, though it definitely feels like a consumer-grade piece of glass. It is mostly plastic, which is why it stays so light, but it doesn't feel like it is going to fall apart in your hands. One little quirk to keep in mind is the zoom ring. It has a bit of a mechanical feel to it, not quite as buttery smooth as those high-end G-Master lenses, but it gets the job done without any real fuss. You might notice a bit of softness when you are wide open at the furthest zoom, but that is pretty standard for this price point. If you are looking for professional-grade sharpness that cuts glass, you might find yourself wanting more, but for the price, it is hard to complain. It is an APS-C lens, so keep in mind it is designed specifically for those smaller sensor bodies, and it fits that ecosystem perfectly. It is not trying to be the most advanced piece of optics on the market, but it is a reliable, lightweight companion that opens up a whole new world of framing options. If you are a hobbyist who wants to experiment with telephoto compression without spending a small fortune, this is a very sensible place to start. It is not perfect, but it is honest, capable, and gets you the shot when you need it.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.